are evolving in the Eocene, and of course the primates, they are thriving.
But which were our ancestors? Until now, no complete primate has ever been found in the Messel Pit. And even this specimen was almost lost forever. Fossil hunters have dug in the Messel Pit for generations, collecting and selling the specimens as works of art. Just such a fossil hunter must have dug this primate from the shale. Who this was is still a mystery, but we do know they took her away, perfectly preserved her in resin, and locked her away from view for 25 years.
It's like having your unknown Rembrandt, your unknown Van Gogh at home. You can see it every day, the rest of the world don't know about it. And it makes you kind of feel powerful, I think, to have something like that.
Fortunately, now she's with Jørn, her secrets can be revealed to the world. And the team in Oslo are starting to examine and describe her skeleton bone by bone. But why are fossils from the Messel Pit so well preserved? It's thanks to the formation of the Messel Pit 50 million years ago. Deep underground, molten rock, magma, forced its way upwards. Just below the surface, it met a layer of groundwater. Superheated steam generated incredible pressure. The rock was ripped apart. A series of massive explosions created a crater a mile wide. Inside its steep walls, an incredibly deep lake formed. It was probably at least 100 meters deep, and the waters were still. When animals fell in, they drifted down and were soon covered by mud at the bottom. There was no oxygen and few bacteria to induce decay. Undisturbed for millions of years, the bodies, buried under tons of mud, were squashed flat. It is the Messel Pit's extraordinary geological history that allows Jørn to pinpoint exactly when this fossil lived.
The start of this whole lake where the fossil was found, that was a volcanic explosion. And parts of that volcanics that came out in the explosion, they are like time capsules. And it's possible to date the radioactive isotopes in such volcanic rocks very, very precisely. And this has been done for these volcanics, and it's 47 million years.
Despite the millions of years that have passed since these animals were alive, their bodies have been preserved in such detail that they give us a full picture of their world.
The preservation at Messel really brings things to life. And you can really get a feel for this as an animal and not just as something, pile of bones long dead.
Eocene Europe was very different than it is today. Continents have drifted, sea levels changed. Then the world's climate was more humid and tropical. The primates' home around the lake was a lush tropical rainforest. A green canopy of trees stretched as far as the eye could see. In the skies were birds and bats. On the ground, new kinds of furry, warm-blooded creatures were flourishing, the early mammals. This is where our fossil lived out her life as a prehistoric primate. She lived in a dense jungle of tall trees and vines. As the team continue to examine her skeleton, they're able to deduce how she lived.
Also, looking at the skeleton, we can be for sure that it was living on trees, because when you're looking at the thumb and also at the big toe of the feet, you can see that these were grasping hands and grasping feet. So these were feet constructed for an animal living on trees, evidently, no doubt about that.
It's possible to say something about the size of the muscles from the attachment points on the bones. What's special about this small skeleton is really that both the arms and legs are quite short and quite strong for such a small animal. So probably she had quite a lot of muscles.
This new information adds to the picture the team are building of a strong, muscular creature living high in the treetops of the Eocene rainforest. But what did she eat? To understand precisely what she ate, the team look at her teeth. Dr. Holly Smith is an internationally renowned dental anthropologist. She wants to see inside the fossil's mouth, but it's been firmly shut for 47 million years. Only detailed X-rays have enabled her to examine the shape and structure